Welcome in. Good to see you. Good to have you here. We're taking a quick dip into a sweet practice that I've called integration. And it's about your arms integrating into your shoulder joint, the glenohumeral joint. And this is part of the Happy Heart series. So when we're connected from the periphery into the core of who we are, we have a deeper sense of reference to orient into the world. And it is from that deeper sense of inner reference that we can create a world that fits our pictures. And when we're operating from heart space and mental space united, physical body as the medium for expression, things start to take on a pretty joyful flavor, even if it means it's mindful. So happiness isn't always just frivolity. So your arms are super free. They're free to roam. They're super free to do all kinds of things. You can try that out for yourself right now and just see. You can hit many different planes and you can roll the arms in and you can roll them out and you can do one and then the other. And it is one of the most beautiful ways we express joy in life. And integration is a powerful word. It means to pull something into a collected and empowered resource. That's my definition. So when we're talking about the arms in an asana practice, it gets a little squirrely. So many things can go on for you. So let's see what we can accomplish in a short period of time. I'll invite you to close your eyes. Deepen your breath. Take the word integration and call yourself into the power of the moment. Let your breath be the thread that connects one moment to the next. So you're here and present for all that you are. And on any given day, that breath may need to be more important than another day. So is your mind already wandering? Bring yourself back, integrate with the moment, letting go of where you've been and where you have to go, arriving here and now. Do your best to sit up tall. And as your spine gets a little bit longer and your seat a little bit more earthy, notice where you've placed your hands. Don't change them, don't move them, just feel them. They're somewhere resting, either in your lap or on your legs. I highly doubt you've taken your seat with your arms up overhead, but if you did, I love them. Now, in noticing where your hands are, can you feel where your elbow joint is? Just feel where the crease of your arm is. And then follow that up the bone of your upper arm and see if you can tell where the upper arm bone connects into your shoulder socket. And that integration of one bone into another is the definition of a joint. And here you've got the upper arm bone uniting with a certain aspect of your shoulder blade, which is on your back, but There's an aspect of shoulder blade that comes around the side of you. And then there's your collarbone. So you've got arm bone, shoulder blade, collarbone. And if you follow the collarbone to the center of your chest, you'll find your manubrium, your sternum. And so all of these bones, manubrium, collarbone, shoulder blade, arm bone, they create what's called the shoulder girdle. And this is the parts of your body that we ask in the yoga practice to support and to hold us, like your legs are designed to do. And we don't have to think about it because they're very strong, sturdy, and deeply set within the socket of the hip. Less freedom in the hip, a lot of freedom in your shoulder. So as you notice where your shoulder blades are, gently pull them towards the middle of your body. Allow that to broaden the collarbone gently. As the collarbones broaden, you might start to feel how your arms can float a little more lightly, like lotus flowers on a pond. From the integration of your shoulder blades, turn your palms up and out. Lift your forearms so they float. And this is a gesture I call, "Oh, how wonderful, isn't life great?" And sometimes if you really let the gesture work its magic, it can bring a smile to your face. So allow your collarbones to smile, your lips to broaden, and draw your hands to your heart. Take one sweet Om to integrate a sense of remembrance that we're connected to a big energy and that we get to line up with that, with our physical form. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale. Oh. Aware that the microphone on Zoom doesn't necessarily pick up the fullness of my Om, so you gotta just feel free to blast your own, right? Want to try that again? Deep breath in. Sweet breath out. Inhale again. Oh. Center of your being, release your hands and open your eyes. All right, we're going to try learning how the arms work with a particular combination of principles of alignment called muscular energy and organic energy. So if you come to all fours on your sticky mat. We've taken other classes recently to clarify how wide you place your hands, how you root your hands, what you do with your fingers. There's all sorts of very powerful alignment cues that I'll skip here, but do make sure that your fingers are gently spread from the center of your palm, centers of the wrist, line up with your outer upper arm. And now keeping the arm bones straight, floss your shoulders. So integrate the arm bones into your shoulder socket and then push away. So it's not a cow and it's not a cat. It's a simple passive drawing in and then an active pushing away. So gravity will draw the arm bones into your shoulder. Your own power will push the arms away from the shoulder joint down into the ground. So it's an up and down. And this is integration, drawing into the shoulder socket, keeping the integration and pushing out. And you can find the end range. And that's a healthy place to go for a lot of people with super tight shoulders. They start bending your elbows, and that's fine. If you notice the elbows wanted to bend, see if you can squeeze the wrists and the forearms towards the midline between them. And beautiful. So now we'll come up to hands on your hips. Stepping your right foot forward. Please know I am mirroring you right now. Your right leg, my left. Now, like you just did with your hands on the earth, take your palms forward and right out in front of your heart. Now we have to actively pull the arm bone into your shoulder socket. So pull the arm bone into your shoulder and then push the arm bones away, and you'll feel your upper back round. And as you draw the arm bones in, your upper back will flatten and push it away, let it round, and then draw it in. Yeah. So once you draw in, you can extend just a tiny bit. So gently push the arm bones, not all the way out, and don't keep them all the way in. Pull them in first, and then expand just a little bit. Push them a little tiny bit forward. Ah, nice. Now take them wide. From the fingertips, point the palms down, pull the arm bones into your shoulder, and now push from the shoulder out through the arm bones like big wings, and pull in and push out. And bring them back to the front plane and draw in. Keep them in and inhale the arms up. Turn the palms to face each other. Open the arms nice and wide. And now really pull the arm bones into your shoulder socket and then lower the arms down. And we'll go forward, palms forward. Integrate. Lift up. Arms turn in. Arms wide. Integrate one more time, pull from fingers to shoulders, and then let the arms come down. All right, switch legs. Oh, take a deep breath, let it all out. Inner body bright, side body's long. So that's an important part. Take a deep breath, let the ribs cage float, and then the shoulder blades squeeze onto your back. From the shoulder blades, stretch the arms forward. The arms forward, plug the arm bones into your shoulder, and then push through your hips down to your feet as you extend the arms up. So they become an extension of the whole body integrated. And then inhale and open the arms nice and wide. Pull the arm bones into the shoulder socket with inhale, and then with exhale, arms down. So now we're adding a little bit more. Arms forward, plug in. From the hips, push through the earth of the legs, and then rise up. And with an inhale, open wide. And draw into your shoulders and arms down. Bring that leg back, come to all fours. Some people find it easier to do with the floor as reference. Arm bones into shoulder socket, push the floor away. Arm bones into shoulder socket, tuck your toes. Now, as if you were extending your arms up over your head, keep the shoulder blades on your back, but lift your hips. And then stretch your heart back. And here's a pose you know called downward dog. Deep breath in. Big long breath out. Inhale, plank. Please bring your knees down to your sticky mat. Arm bones into shoulder socket. Keep the arms straight. Then bend your elbows and lower your chest and chin. Lengthen your tailbone, point your toes. Now squeeze your elbows in towards your chest. And as you lift the heart, try to turn the crease of your elbows gently forward. Inhale, lower. Tuck your toes. Squeeze your shoulder blades on your back. And here's a big organic energy from your upper back, push through your hands and lift your chest. Keeping the arm bones in your shoulder socket, draw in, tuck your toes, lift your knees. And from the shoulder blades, drawing in towards your spine, press the arm bones down into the earth to lift up through your hips. Deep breath in, full breath out. Inhale to your knees. And hands up to your hips. Right leg forward. The arms in the side plane. Pull the arm bones into your shoulder socket and try to make the whole arms like you're putting on beautiful ballroom gloves. So you're drawing up from fingers to shoulders. And then from the shoulders, push the earth away as if you're got two giant rocks on the outside of each hand and you're having to not strain, but endeavor. And there's an integration of the arm bone. Now, when the arm bone's in the side plane, we can do something similar like a downward dog, but it's usually a one arm balance, yeah? So let's take the left hand down. Turn the right palm up to the sky. And as you squeeze your back knee towards your front heel, deep breath in. Now turn from the left shoulder blade so your heart opens to the right. And a full breath here. Now push through the legs. Inhale the arms to the side plane. Lift up. Reach up high. And here we go. Full exhale, all fours. Arm bones into shoulder. Lift the knees. From the shoulders, push through the arms, downward dog. Inhale, plank. And lower the knees. Kickstand your left foot off the side of the mat and the right foot to the back. Bring your right hand to your hip and open your chest. Down and make sure that your shoulder is not directly over your left wrist. So back up a bit or bump the left hand forward a handprint. See if you can now, like a key into a lock, pull that left arm bone into the shoulder socket without bending your elbow. And now from the shoulder socket, push the arm bone long and strong into the earth. There we go. Deep breath in, push down through the legs. So similar to a lunge, push through the legs, lengthen through the left arm. And then finally, the right arm lifts out to the side plane. That's right outside the heart. Integrated, the heart in the middle, left hand on the earth, right hand soaring to the sky. And with mindfulness, inhale your way out, all fours. Arm bones into shoulder socket, shoulder blades on your back. Lift your knees. From the shoulder blades, extend down through the arms to lift your hips up and back, dog. Inhale, plank. Hold your plank and breathe. Breathe your feet, bring your feet together. Now we'll floss the shoulder blades here. So arm bones into shoulder, integrate. From the connection of the heart, push the earth away. Inhale, arm bones into shoulder. If you need to come to your knees, please do. And push away. And draw in. Now knees down. Arm bones into shoulder. Chest and chin to the earth. Inhale, cobra. Inhale up, all fours. And child's pose. Inhale, hands to hips. Stand up on your knees. Exhale, left leg forward. Inhale, arms to the side plane. Integrate from fingers to elbows to shoulder socket. And as you bow forward, right hand to the earth. Keep that arm bone into the shoulder joint and use the shoulder to turn the heart to the left. twisting towards your left leg. Deep breath in. Push down through the legs, down through the right arm, extend up through the left arm. Expand your wings. Inhale, all fours. Integrate arm bones into shoulder socket. Use that connection to pick up the knees. From the heart, expand through the arm bones to lift and lengthen your hips. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, plank. Place the knees. Kickstand right foot off the mat. Extend left foot to the back of the mat. Please keep your right shoulder blade on your back and open the heart. Take left hand to your hip and focus on the arm that's on the ground. So make sure the crease of your elbow is facing the same direction as the crown of your head. And now arm bone into shoulder socket. So follow the core line of energy from the hand to the heart. From the heart, extend back out through the arm bone. So you're not just, no, it's not just a floss. Find the happy medium where you've integrated, maintained integration, and then given it some expansion. Now, left arm into the side plane. Expand the difference. Reach down through legs, right arm, and out through the crown, up through the left arm. Keep the expansion as you unwind to all fours. Integrate arm bone into shoulder socket. Use that power of connection to lift the knees. And from there, lengthen the arms, reach up through your spine. Deep breath in. And a full breath out. Inhale to all fours. Hands to your hips. Let's take the left arm out. Curl your thumb down into your palm. Pull your wrist, so cock the wrist in, and then internally spiral the whole arm quite a bit. So I hope you get a stretch in your forearm here. And then squeeze that shoulder blade onto your back. So take the upper arm bone and pull it onto your back. Yeah. Now reach your ear towards your shoulder opposite. Now take that integration and then expansion. And this is a really cool radial nerve floss. And it actually helps increase strength and innervation to the forearm. And lift up, circle that out. Right palm out, thumb in, cock the wrist, internally spiral the whole arm. Squeeze the shoulder blade onto your back. And do make sure your shoulder's not shrugged up towards your ear to begin with. Drop it down. Left ear, left shoulder. Pull in. So find the stretch for you down the arm and maybe in your tricep. So you find that for you. There's mine. And then integrate and expand. And then bring it up. Circle that out. Come to all fours. From here, I'd like you to lift your feet, pull your heels toward your glutes, zip up your navel and draw your arm bones into your shoulder socket. Please make sure that you've integrated your head with the rest of your spine by lining up your throat with your heart. And now we'll take 10, drop it down, keep the chest, navel, and heart level. Inhale, lift up. Elbows can go slightly wide because when they do, the shoulder blades integrate onto the back body. 3. Go slow, use your breath. Good. Try not to let the navel drop first or the crown of the head too fast. So keep it all zipped up, honey. And reach it back. Child's pose. Inhale all fours. So one of a favorite, it's not a fancy pose, but it's a favorite pose. Builds core strength and upper body strength, and it looks challenging, so it's a good party trick. It's called side plank or Vashisthasana. And here's a tip for us to take from today's practice. If we just crash down on the arm bone into the shoulder socket, this pose gets really heavy and really hard. But if we can also remember to integrate and then push the floor away and expand and lengthen out of the weight-bearing joints, then things are going to get lighter and brighter. And we experience a little more joy in the pose. So first tip, as you come to all fours, we'll try it on the side like we did before, modified Vashisthasana and known as gatekeepers. Extend the left leg to the side and stretch the right leg back. Pull the right hand to your hip. And I'll remind you to look at the crease of your elbow and turn it deeply towards the same direction your crown is facing. Now draw the arm bone into your shoulder and then push the earth away. All right. From there, equally reach down through the grounded leg. It's actually the focal point. The hip is the focal point, not the heart. So make the grounded leg even more weighty. From your pelvis, reach down through the bones and try to arc your side body away from the floor, like a beautiful bridge. All right. Now crash the arm down onto the shoulder socket and watch the pose get heavy. And then reach down through the bones of the legs and that left arm. Add the right arm reaching to the sky and expand the two arms in opposite direction and watch how the pose gets lighter. Reach down through the legs, reach up through your right arm and see if you can use the earth to come out of your pose. Lifting up tall. And bring the legs together, hands together, and stretch out. So we'll do top to bottom modified Vashisthasana. Okay. So arms are in the side plane. Turn your palms up. Keeping the elbow creases where you would bend your elbow facing the same direction as your crown. Turn the right palm over. Squeeze that back foot towards the inner grounded knee and use that to tip it over. Look down and see when you set yourself down, that might not have been the easiest transition for you if you couldn't make that and you had to get there by modifying. Set yourself up, find the general pose, and then make sure you're not crashing directly over the wrist to start. So back it up. We need room. Pull the shoulder onto your back, pull the arm bone into your shoulder socket, and then root through the legs, lengthen down through the right arm and up through the left, and get light. And deep breath. And with the inhale, all fours. And the exhale, arm bones into shoulder, lift the knees, downward dog. Inhale, plank. Please bring your feet together. All right, I'm going to stack the feet. So turn and anchor down through the outside edge of your left foot. Stack the feet, but keep both hands on the floor. It's a twisted dog pose. Bend the knees slightly. Hold the arm bones into the shoulder socket. Feel your shoulder blades. From the shoulder blades, push so much down through the earth, and especially through that left hand, that the right hand gets light. Squeeze your belly button to your navel to your spine, and then see if you can stack right arm over left. Integrate left arm bone into shoulder. Push more through the legs. Lift your hips and push the earth away with your left hand. Good. Inhale, unwind. Bring the knees down. You can sit on your heels and bring the backs of your hands together, elbows wide. Circle the fingertips towards your heart and back out. Looks like you're just sitting on your heels is too much load on your knee joint. Stand up on the knees. Switch that around. If this idea of integrating the arm bone into the shoulder socket in the side plane and then being able to expand from the side plane back out is too much with both feet off the floor, come back to your gatekeeper's pose. Come to plank. Turn all 10 toes to your left, stack the feet. Integrate arm bones into shoulder socket. Maintain that even as you push down through the legs, reach more through the right arm to bring that left arm up. Deep integration into the heart of who you are. And from there, reach into the earth, lift your hips, reach longer, stronger, more sweetly through right arm. Really lift up through the left arm. Inhale, left hand down. And child's pose. Pressing down through all 10 fingertips, lift the palms away from the floor. So you've tented your hands. Pushing through fingertips, lift your wrist, elbow, armpit, and then draw the arm bones into the shoulder. Let your hips reach toward your heels and your breath get nice and full. Stay heavy in the hips. Slide the hands back toward your knees to lift your chest. Have a seat. Time goes so fast when we're having fun. Let your hands float, palms up, shoulder blades on your back. Get a nice, slow, deep breath in. Big, long breath out. Maintain the connection of shoulder blades to the back body as you draw your hands to the heart. So hopefully today's practice gave you a little more insight on the deep power of integration to the beauty of your heart as you hold weight-bearing arm balance poses. And we'll close with a breath. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Now your Om, deep breath in. Oh. Namaste. Mm. Now, if you have questions, I'll stick around and answer them. So happy to do so. Thank you.